In this video, we'll break down where the weight should be as we go through the form. Sink into the right leg. Step out to shoulder width. Weight into the left. Pivot the right side in and balance the weight. The movement comes from the feet up through the body, in and down, back into the ground like a wave. Weight into the left, step out to the right, weight into the right, step up with the left, and shift into a bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, weight into the left, step, and shift into a right bow stance. Always use the waist to move the arms. Shift the weight to a rear bow stance, and then a forward bow stance. Rear bow stance, forward bow stance. Weight into the left, pivot the right side in, weight into the right, step out with the left foot, shift into a bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, weight into the left, right side in, and heel stance. Sink into the left, step and shift into a bow stance. Use the waist to move the arms, weight left, pivot the right side in, weight right, cat stance. Step, bow stance. Step up, weight into the right, heel stance. Weight into the right, step, and bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side out, weight into the left, step, weight into the right, step, bow stance. Rear bow stance, front bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, weight into the left, step out to shoulder width, balance the weight. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, step out, shift your weight into a bow stance. Sit back, rear bow stance, front bow stance, rear bow stance, front bow stance. Weight into the left, pivot the right side in, weight into the right, step out, bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side out, step up to cat stance. Step back to heel stance. Weight into the right, step back with the left, weight into the left, step back with the right, weight into the right, step back with the left, weight into the left, sink, step to the rear corner, weight into the right, pivot into a bow stance. Step up, step out to the left, weight into the left, step in with the right, weight into the right, step out with the left, weight into the left, step in with the right, weight into the right, step out with the left, weight into the left, step in with the right. Keep the weight in the left and step to the corner, weight into the right and pivot, bow stance, step back, shift the weight rear and then front bow stance low. Weight into the left and raise the right leg. Step to the side, weight into the right, raise the left leg. Step back, weight into the left, and right kick. Step back, weight into the right, and left kick. Step down and shift into a bow stance. Weight into the left, step up, and sink. Rise, weight into the right, step into a left bow stance. Pivot the left side in, weight into the left, step out into a bow stance with the right. Rear bow stance. Step out, pivoting the foot out, weight into the right, step, weight into the left. Shift the weight back to the right, pivot the left side out, step up, right bow stance. Turn the waist to move the arms, rear bow stance, front bow stance, rear bow stance, front bow stance. Shift the weight to the left, pivot the right side in, weight into the right, step out, bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, weight into the left, pivot the right side out, weight right, step, left bow stance. Weight right, pivot the left side in, step, right bow stance. Sink the weight right, step, left bow stance. Pivot the left side in, right bow stance. Weight to the left, back to the right, step out to ward off. Weight to the right, pivot the left side in, weight to the left, step, right bow stance. Rear bow stance, front bow stance. Rear bow stance, front bow stance. Weight into the left, pivot the right side in, weight into the right, step out, weight into the left, bow stance. Weight into the right, sit down, weight into the left, step into a cat stance, step back, weight into the right, cat stance, pivot, weight into the left, use the hips to swing the leg, circling out, then in, step, bow stance, weight into the left, step out, weight into the right, step up, left bow stance, rear bow stance, front bow stance. Weight into the right, pivot the left side in, weight into the left, step into shoulder width, cross hands, sink the weight, and relax.